Have you heard the expression, what is it that knows that it knows? What is pure knowing? What is knowing without scientific or religious or philosophical models? So, of course, every era in human history has reached for one thing: understanding. So, what is it that understands? In our pursuit to understand reality, we've imagined creation stories. We've drawn cosmologies and written philosophies, searching for a model that can hold the totality of existence. Yet, each generation, we keep changing the model as well. God created the universe. No, it's running automatically. Newtonian physics, relativity, quantum mechanics, modern cosmology, dark matter, dark energy. It goes on and on. Each generation refines the map, yet the mystery remains untouched. In fact, it gets deeper. The mystery gets more mysterious. Religions tell us that ultimate reality is divine, a sacred presence behind all appearances. Philosophers describe it as being or consciousness or the ground of truth. Science envisions it as energy, information, and today the quantum field. But every model, however brilliant, has one limitation. It's built inside the human mind. Correct? No theory can be possible unless it's built inside the human mind. However, a model is a lens. It helps us see, but it also shapes what we see. Like a dream that believes itself to be awake, our models can feel absolute until we wake up from them. What happens when we unclench the fist of explanation? When we allow all frameworks, religious, philosophical, scientific, to fall away, even for a moment, then what remains? What remains is what the great spiritual traditions have called pure knowing, a silent, luminous awareness beneath every experience. Not the content of consciousness, but consciousness itself. This knowing has no edges, no location, no beginning, no end. It's what is hearing these words right now. It's what notices the breath moving in your body. It's what witnesses every thought without being a thought. When the mystics say, be still and know, they're not pointing toward belief. They're pointing toward this direct, immediate knowing before the mind names it. The mind creates models from memory, but awareness is always now. Mind divides experience into observer and observed. Awareness is the seamless whole from which both observer and observed arise. So right now, observe me, observe your body and the room. All of them are arising right now in what is called you, which is awareness. In deep meditation, as thoughts go quiet, you begin to sense this knowing, an infinite openness, an infinite presence, not something you do, but what you are. So imagine that reality is a vast ocean. The waves on its surface are religion, sciences, philosophies, the patterns of thought arising and dissolving. But the water itself, that undefinable essence that makes every possible wave, is pure knowing. It doesn't need a theory to be what it is. It's effortlessly complete. So what does it mean in daily life to live from pure knowing? It doesn't mean rejecting the incredible tools of the mind. It means recognizing their place as expressions with greater intelligence that can never be modeled. You can still be a scientist, a seeker, a philosopher, but now you know that you're also the silent awareness in which the scientist and the seeker appear. In that seeing, division dissolves. Knowledge and mystery no longer oppose each other. The intellect bows to the infinite. And in that bowing, a deeper wisdom emerges, one that feels less like knowing about and more like being one with. Even science at its frontier whispers this truth. The quantum field resists being pinned down. Observation itself shapes reality. At the deepest level, the universe behaves as if everything is aware of everything else. But pure knowing is even beyond that, beyond observation and observer, beyond subject and object. It is awareness aware of itself. That is why sages across traditions, Vedantic, Buddhist, Sufi, Christian, speak of the same realization in different languages, that truth is not held by thought or any system of thought, but revealed through silence. When the mind drops every attempt to describe reality, it discovers what cannot be lost, the simple presence of being. In that state, you no longer look for truth, you are truth. You no longer chase understanding, you shine as understanding itself. The paradox is that this pure knowing is the background and essence of all that exists. The galaxies spiral within it. The beating of your heart arises within it. Even the thought, what is pure knowing, appears and dissolves back into it. So perhaps humanity's greatest frontier is not another theory of everything, but the realization that everything we seek to explain is already awake, already whole, already here. Pure knowing does not belong to anyone. It isn't personal or private. It shines equally in saint and sinner, in the breath of each creature, in the stillness between words. All our models are ripples on its surface. Beautiful, maybe necessary, but transient reflections of something timeless. Letting go of every model, you do not enter ignorance, you return to intimacy. You return to what was never gone, knowing, aware of itself as the simple presence of I am. This is pure knowing beyond all models of reality. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi.